In this lesson, we are going to use the TI-30 multi-view calculator to find the quartiles of a data set. The data set is given on the right side of the screen. Before we get started, we want to clear out any data that might be there from a previous problem. And to do that on the calculator, I hit the Data button twice. I get an option here to either clear one column at a time. Notice it says clear L1, clear L2, or I can arrow down to number 4, clear all, and that will clear all the data at once. Hit enter. Now I'm not going to hit enter because I have my data in the calculator, so I am just going to show you how to enter your data. To do that, you hit the Data button again. It brings up your columns, L1, L2, L3. I have entered my data in L1. You do that by 2 enter, then 3 enter, 5 enter, etc. And after you have your data entered into L1, you want to hit Second Data, which takes you to the Stats menu. The Stats menu says, do you want to calculate one variable statistics or two variable statistics? In this case, we want one variable statistics. It is already highlighted, so all I have to do is hit enter. I get a menu that asks some questions before it does the calculations. The calculator says, tell me where you put your data. I put my data in L1. If your data is in L1, you want L1 to be highlighted. The next thing I do is look at the frequencies. Now I didn't put any frequencies in because my data was just a list of data points. It was not a frequency distribution. So highlighting 1 tells the calculator to count each data point one time. If it had been a frequency distribution and I had had a column of frequencies, I would need to enter them into one of the other columns, for example, L2. At that point, when I went to calculate my statistics, I would have to toggle to the right and highlight L2 and hit enter, so that it would tell the calculator that the frequencies for your data were in column 2. But since my data didn't have any frequencies, I'm going to let it stay at 1. Now I'm going to toggle down to calculate and hit enter. The calculator has calculated the statistics. The first thing that I want to pay attention to is n equal to 27. This gives me an opportunity to determine whether or not I've entered my data correctly. I have 27 data points, so n equal to 27 is correct. I'm going to toggle down to 8. Eight says Q1 is equal to 9. That means that the first quartile is equal to 9. Toggling down one more time, I get MED is equal to 17. MED stands for median, but it also means that Q2 is equal to 17, which means the second quartile is 17. Toggling down one more time, I see that Q3 is equal to 24. So that means the third quartile of this data set is 24. I have used the TI-30 multi-view calculator to find the quartiles of my data set.